Dr. Yenino Be True. Petty Officer Second Class Chris Romero Bishundat, United States Navy. Army.
Was blind, but now amazing grace, amazing grace, amazing grace,
To those whose loved ones were so cruelly taken from them on September 11, 2001, I offer my deepest condolences. And so does the entire Department of Defense. We know that these moments of tribute are not easy. And we know the resilience that you have shown over these long years. It gives us all strength. So thank you. Today we stand together to remember a day of horror and loss. A day when Al-Qaeda terrorists murdered 2,977 innocent souls, including 184 people here at the Pentagon. But we also remember a day of monumental courage and compassion. A day when people responded to evil and fanaticism with goodness and generosity. A day that called forth the heroism that dwells in the hearts of Americans across this land. Many of those acts of bravery happened right here where we're standing. Our colleagues at the Pentagon risked their own safety to rescue their teammates. They moved rubble with their bare hands. They cleaned wounds with bottled water. They used damp t-shirts as face masks to shield against the smoke so that they could keep on helping just a little longer. You know, one woman was crawling across the second floor trying to escape.
Secretary Austin, General Milley, to all the families and loved ones who still feel the ache of that missing piece of your soul, I'm honored to be here with you once more to share this solemn rite of remembrance and reflect on all that was lost in the fire and ash on that terrible September morning, and all that we found in ourselves to respond. 21 years ago, 21 years, and we still kept our promise, never forget. We'll keep the memory of all those precious lives stolen from us. 2,977 at Ground Zero in New York and Shanksville, where my wife is speaking now, in Pennsylvania. 184 of them here at the Pentagon. And I know for all those of you who've lost someone, 21 years is both a lifetime and no time at all. It's good to remember These memories help us heal, but they can also open up the hurt and take us back to that moment when the grief was so raw. You think of everything they could have done if they had lived and just had a little more time. The experience you missed together, the dreams they never got to fulfill or realize. I remember a message sent to the American people from Queen Elizabeth. It was on September 11. Her ambassador read a prayer of service at St. Thomas Church in New York, where she poignantly reminded us, quote, "Grief is the price we pay for love." Grief is the price we pay for love. Many of us experienced that grief, and you've all experienced it. And on this day, when the price feels so great, Jill and I are holding all of you close to our hearts. Terror struck us in that brilliant blue morning. The air filled with smoke, and then came the sirens and the stories. Stories of those we lost, stories of incredible heroism from that terrible day. The American story itself changed that day. But what we did change, what we will not change, what we cannot change, never will, is the character of this nation that the terrorists thought they could wound. And what is that character? The character of sacrifice and love, of generosity and grace, of strength and resilience. In the crucible of 9/11, in the days and months that followed, we saw what stuff Americans are made of. Think of all of your loved ones, particularly those on that flight, ordinary citizens who said, "We will not let this stand," risked and lost their lives so even more people would not die. We saw in the police officers and firefighters who stood on the pile on Ground Zero for months amid that twisted steel and broken concrete slabs, breathing the toxins and ash that would damage their health, refusing to stop the search through the destruction. They never stopped and would not. We learned about the extraordinary courage and resolve, as I said, of the passengers on board Flight 93, who understood that they were living the open, they were there in the middle of the open shot of a new war, and who chose to fight back. Not professionals, fight back, sacrificing themselves, refusing to let their plane be used as a weapon against even more innocents. May God bless you all, and may God honor the members of the military we lost and all those we lost here on 9/11. May God protect our troops.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the singing of God Bless America.
While the storm clouds gather far across the sea, let us swear allegiance to a land that's free.